Across the United States, there are places where history lies beneath streets, buildings, and highways. For generations, many black cemeteries and burial grounds were neglected, moved, or built as cities were expanded. The result is a painful reality. The resting place of thousands of black Americans now lie beneath everyday landmarks. One powerful example is the African Burial Ground National Monument in New York City. In the 1600s and 1700s, this burial ground held the remains of more than 15,000 Africans, many of them enslaved. Over time, the cemetery was forgotten as the city grew. By the 20th century, office buildings stood on top of it. In 1991, construction workers discovered human remains while building a federal office complex. Today, the site has been preserved as a national monument, but modern government buildings still surround and partly sit on land that once held one of the largest colonial-era African burial grounds in North America. In Tampa, Florida, another cemetery tells a similar story. The Zion Cemetery was established in the early 1900s as one of the city's first black burial grounds. But by the 1950s, the cemetery had been erased from maps. Over time, a public housing complex and other structures were built on the land. Decades later, ground-penetrating radar revealed hundreds of graves still beneath the buildings and parking lots. In Jacksonville, the historic Mount Hermon Cemetery met a similar fate. Many graves from the early 1900s were covered when the area was redeveloped. Streets, homes, and other structures now stand where families once laid their loved ones to rest. In Houston, the forgotten Olivewood Cemetery also reveals how easily black burial grounds were neglected. Though it began in the 1800s as one of the first black cemeteries for black residents, flooding, development, and neglect led to parts of the burial ground being overtaken by the roads and nearby construction. And in Richmond, the Shockoe Hill African Burial Ground holds the remains of thousands of free and enslaved black people. Over time, sections of this burial ground were covered by roads, rail lines, and even Interstate 64, leaving many graves hidden beneath the movement of modern life. These places remind us that history is not always visible. Beneath highways, apartments, and office buildings lie the remains of people whose lives helped build this nation, yet whose final resting place were often ignored or erased. Today, there is a growing effort to recover these stories, to mark these grounds, and restore dignity to those who were buried and forgotten. Communities are asking hard questions about preservation, memory, and respect. It brings us to a quiet, uncomfortable thought. What will happen to our graves? 100 years from now, 200 years from now, will our names still be remembered? Will the ground we are laid to rest in still be honored or paved over, renamed or forgotten like so many before us? History shows us that memory is not guaranteed. It must be protected. It must be spoken. It must be passed down. Because if we do not remember those who came before us, one day, someone may forget us too.